Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to some more The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. Last time on, we managed to escape the Pentagrule. And, well, we kind of just left off after saving. So I'm pretty sure once we load this, we'll just go straight into it. Let's go. Why not? Also, it is pretty dark in my room because it's the middle of the night. So, I don't have great lighting. Unfortunately. My mouth is likely to spaz out. My model's mouth. Oh my god, we're all here. Oh my god, we are.
I will return to a state of inactivity.
Take a knee, my friend. Take a knee.
Thanks for all you've done, Valimar. I'll be counting on you if anything else comes up.
Acknowledged. Prepare yourself for your next encounter with the Azure Knight, my awakener.
Don't worry, I will.
Gotta drink some of that water. Some of that water.
We lost last time, but I know that's not all I'm capable of. As long as we're all together, I know I can get stronger.
Oh my god, he can.
I eagerly await your results.
Looks like he went to sleep.
So, this is what the Great Ashen Knight looks like up close, huh?
Yes.
I've heard all manner of rumor about it, but I never expected I'd stand in the presence of a legend.
I can't possibly begin to thank you enough. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come to my aid. Thank you. And that goes for everyone else, too. Thanks for coming to rescue me, guys.
We're just happy you're okay.
Oh my god, we are.
Just don't scare us like that again, alright?
Shut up, Elisa. No one asked you.
True. We were all on edge waiting for you to get back.
I'm sure
and
you
yet
were.
You somehow managed to come out unscathed with Her Highness in tow.
And now, we can do it. Anytime we want.
You make it sound like it was
I think.
easy. Well, easy or not, it was worth going on board. I got plenty of useful info out of it. So funny enough, I'd say their invitation worked to my benefit more than theirs.
I guess there's no harm in looking at the positives now that all's said and done.
Look at you, acting mature and all grown up. Brings a tear to my eye.
Looks like we have some catching up to do.
I'd like to follow Rean's lead and extend my thanks to each of you as well. Thank you. All of you.
Well, thank you. All of me.
And, dear brother, it's a relief to see you safe and sound. Though I never pictured my great escape would end with you in this airship of all things.
Why isn't she running to hug him? You know? I don't see the lustful embrace from this situation.
We did time our appearance fabulously, if I do say so myself.
Like, these two should be much closer than Alphen and Rean. I don't understand.
My only regret is that we weren't able to blow in with a storm of rose petals when we boarded them. Perhaps I should have asked Emma to look into the feasibility of making such a magnificent entrance.
One thing at a time.
Oh man, that would have been so cool!
Well, it's probably not impossible.
Now you're just being silly.
Sounds about right for our prince.
Well, at the very least, I'd say we're clear of any immediate danger. And given this opportunity, I'd like to sit down with you to discuss our situation and exchange any pertinent information. But first, I think we have a few more reunions to celebrate.
Rean!
Toa! George!
Oh my god,
I
they
thought I
are.
heard your voices when we started flying away from the Pantagruel. So you were on board too?
Who knows why
You bet. Good to see you, Rean.
or how.
Whoa!
Look, I get it. You know, as I said, I assumed that because Toa as well was a romance interest, I believe, in the previous game, or one of many options. Essentially, if you had romanced Toa, this would be a great reunion. But I didn't. I didn't have pretty much any romantic scenarios with her, so it's weird, you know? It's really weird.
You. You're really okay.
I don't understand what the deal is with this shit all the time.
No sooner had we found out that you were still alive, we got told you had been taken by the Alliance.
It's always the little girls as well, you know? I'm pretty sure Laura and Emma didn't act like this. So why? You know?
We've been so
It's always the little
worried about
girls.
you.
Yeah, she's older, but like, still.
I'm a real troublemaker, aren't I?
There's a clear pattern here.
Sorry, Toa, but I'm glad to see you and George made it out okay. Everything I've said to you has been at the back of my mind ever since we parted ways in Trista.
No, it hasn't.
And it's kept me going every step of the way. So, thank you.
But like I said, you know, if you had romanced her, then I'm sure this would be great.
Oh. You remembered.
No, I didn't, because it never happened.
You promised me you wouldn't die. And you didn't. We still need to work on that one. But I know you're not the kind of guy who'd go back on his word.
See? Rean's a guy you can count on. Nice to see you're holding up okay. Still can't believe you made it through all that fighting in Trista in one piece, but... well, here you are.
Good to see you again, George. But how'd you two end up on the Courageous to begin with?
Good question.
We'll bring you up to speed once we all sit down for our meeting. There's a conference room on one of the upper floors. We can meet there when you're ready.
I'm kinda ready. The Courageous. The cockpit. The pit of the cock.
The Courageous began its independent operations right before Heimdall was first occupied. I realized what the Alliance was planning, so I gathered a skeleton crew, met with Viscount Arcade, and we hurried straight to Trista, where we found your classmates locked in combat with the Azure Knight.
I see. That explains why you were in Trista.
I shudder to think what would have happened if not for the Courageous's timely appearance. What have you been doing since then, Father? I hadn't heard anything about your whereabouts until now.
Eventually, we were able to shake off the Azure Knight's pursuit, and we've been traveling around the country ever since, preparing to find you and take you on board.
George and I haven't been here long. The principal managed to get in touch with the Courageous without anyone noticing and sent us here.
He did?
I hope he's still alright. By the way, what happened to Major Vander? You two are
You mean
always
Vander
going
Sex?
to hit-
Oh wait, no. The other one.
Alas, he is currently indisposed. His military obligations have him heading up the 7th Armored Division in Western Erebonia. They're working with your former instructor, Major Neidhart, as well.
With
Wow,
him too?
of course.
So he's over in the West now.
I should have known the 4th Armored Division's ace wouldn't get his ass kicked so easily.
Oh, right. Dad said he'd heard from him too, remember?
Still, the west side of the country contains Marquis Higharm Sutherland Province.
Ah. What was his name again? Patrick? Goddamn Patrick. I hope he never shows up again.
Along with Duke Cayenne's Lemaire Province. The fighting there would no doubt be even more fierce than it is here in eastern Erebonia.
Correct. A large percentage of the Imperial Army's military strength still remains intact. But the Noble Alliance forces' constant attacks have put them at a disadvantage.
Also, if I don't speak as much, it's because I'm really tired.
On top of that, a number of townships in the region have been caught in the crossfire and suffered great losses.
Running on like 3 hours of sleep.
That's terrible.
hurt as much, but it still pisses me off to hear it.
With the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions occupied on the eastern side of the country, one can only assume the Noble Alliance intends to use that as an opportunity to crush the forces in the west.
Yeah, but they're not stupid. I bet the army in the west is putting up a pretty good fight by themselves.
It's too early to call things just yet.
An astute assessment. The situation in the Western Theater could change at a moment's notice.
Right. But that means we're uncertain what course to pursue now. And having said that, we have a question to pose to all of you. The question, really.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling this is going to be a very bad answer from the kids. From the kids. They keep trying to do this. We don't want to take sides thing, but let's be honest here. There's a good side and then there's a bad side. You have the Imperial forces and then you have the non-Imperial forces. You know, the Noble Alliance. And let's be honest here, pretty much all the big enemies are on the Noble Alliance's side, right? So we're obviously joining the Imperial division, or the Imperial forces.
With the whole of the Empire caught in the throes of civil war.
There's no way they can just say like, oh, we're not going to join anyone. We're just going to fight the Noble Alliance. What?
What exactly do all of you intend to do from here on out?
They're like, we don't want to join anyone, but we obviously want to pick a side.
Us?
We were in the midst of discussing that when Rean was taken to the Pantagruel, in fact.
And?
This is a full-on war, and our fellow
Here it
Aragonian
goes.
countrymen stand
Good
on
old
both
Rean
sides.
speech.
No one here is delusional enough to think that a group of students like us are capable of stopping it by ourselves. Still, during our field studies, we found ourselves up against the problems this nation faces again and again. And because we have that experience, I believe there's a place for us to change things in all this. A part only we can play.
Okay. Do you have a plan? A realistic solution?
We may not be able to compete head-on with the Alliance, but together, we can move things in the right direction for Erebonia as a whole.
He's literally saying a bunch of nothing.
That was wonderful, Rean.
He's literally saying a bunch of nothing. He's not saying anything. He's just saying a bunch of nothing. He's saying, with our experience, we have a place. We have the opportunity to change things for the better. Something, even though we have no plan. It's like we are in a very good position to do something, except I don't actually know what we do, so let's just keep talking about this. You're saying a bunch of nothing. Exactly.
Still, we aren't all gathered here for the same reasons. Be it rescuing Elise or settling things with Crow, we've all got something that we personally want to accomplish. But accomplishing those things won't be possible with the situation as it stands. And that's why, no matter how stacked the odds are against us, or how fierce the fighting becomes,
you'll do what?
We want to put everything we have into making all the difference we possibly can, in whatever way we can. I think
He's saying a bunch of
everyone
nothing.
in Class 7 when I say that.
He's saying absolutely nothing.
You bet.
I agree completely.
And everyone agrees, even though he said absolutely nothing.
We may all come from different walks of life, but this time, that can work for us.
Exactly. We have something no one else does, and because of that, we can do things no one else can.
Such as? Please enlighten me. What is this thing that you can do that no one else can do?
And what kind of class would we be if we didn't take advantage of that to protect the people and things we love?
Yeah, how?
As well as find our own answers to the questions we have looming over us.
Yeah, how?
As Rean said, however big or small it is in the long run, we have a place in this war, and we have every
Such as?
intention of following it.
What is this place? Where is it? What does that mean? Questions?
Sounds like it'll be a pain, though.
They're saying a bunch of nothing.
No biggie. We're class 7. Throw in a few of Rean's trademark speeches and we're raring to go.
To go where? To do what? You're not saying anything. Excuse me? Am I missing something? Like, am I stupid here? Did I miss like a whole paragraph of plans?
Look at you kids.
Yes, look at you kids. Talking out of your asses with no plan.
You all sound like you've really thought long and hard about this.
About what? To do what? To do how? How? To do what? You know, there's no nothing.
Class 7, I'm proud to serve.
I don't get it.
And you guys aren't the only ones who feel that way. Everyone at Thor's has something to bring to the table. Remember the Academy's motto? Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world.
Okay. But like, what are you gonna do? This is the main question that they asked. And it was never answered.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Their answer to, what are you gonna do now, was, we're gonna do what only we can do. That's it.
That was what Principal Van Dyke said to us at the welcoming ceremony.
It wasn't an answer.
The words of Dreikel's the Lionheart serve to inspire us to this day, it would seem.
They keep going with this, but like, there's still no plan.
Of course. They ring as true as ever.
It's like you didn't even have to think about it. You guys just knew.
Knew what? They still don't know what to do.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourselves. And it's true.
For
the
doing
Thor
what?
Students are scattered all over the country right now. But I'm sure that each and every one of them are fighting too. And they
Who?
feel the exact
Fighting
same
who?
way that you guys do.
Who are they fighting? Did they pick a side? You know, like...
I understand.
I'm so...
Your Highness.
Baffled here.
Indeed. I figured you would have already given it some thought, but I wasn't expecting such a stirring conviction.
Except they didn't answer your question.
But I think this at least settles the matter of what course to take. If you would do the honors, Captain.
As you wish.
Where are they going?
We're about to do something neither side would ever expect us to do. We're going to entrust this ship to you.
Okay. And what are they going to do with it? This is the problem, isn't it?
From here on out, the Courageous is yours to command as you see fit.
Okay, but like, they have no idea what they're doing. They have no plan. No plan. At all. Zero. Nada.
What?
What?
Father, would you mind elaborating?
This is not a good idea.
It means exactly what it sounds like. The operation of this ship will be left entirely to your discretion. I imagine your journey to make a difference in this war needs a home base to begin from.
Well, yes, but...
Shut up,
But
Matches.
then what will you do?
Adults are talking.
We plan to disembark and make our way to the western provinces. Once there, we'll begin working with the 7th Armored Division and the other neutral forces in the region. The intention is to ensure that as few innocents as possible are harmed by this conflict.
Exactly. You see, they're joining the Imperial divisions. Actually trying to fight against the evil of the Noble Alliance. They're actually doing something. What are these... What are these kids going to do? We have no
I
idea.
was actually worried this airship might prove a bit too conspicuous to aid us in pursuing that goal. But with us headed west, we'd be leaving all of Eastern Erebonia in your hands.
Wow.
Wow. Except you have no plan.
I see. That does make the most logical sense.
Kinda. If we've got the Courageous, we could give our third faction some real weight. Neither side could afford to ignore us.
I'm not even sure the guild could come up with a plan this wild.
Well, it's fair to say I've learned a lot from the way the guild's members handle things, yourself included. Oh, and Alphen?
You're not staying here.
Yes?
I'd like to ask you to remain on board the Courageous as well. This ship is technically the property of the Arner household, fathers in particular. It should give them a certain freedom to act if they have concrete backing from a member of the Imperial family.
I'd be happy to. Henceforth, I, Princess Alice Arnor, will guarantee the legitimacy of...
Skip.
So do whatever you see fit to...
Thank you, Your Highness.
We don't care if you... We just don't care if we have your support. You're some little girl.
Wow!
With a fucking family name.
We're
Who cares?
truly honored to have you with us.
No turning back now.
Yeah, seriously.
If anything, isn't she a part of the Imperial family? Wouldn't her being on board...
We hereby humbly accept custody of the courageous.
Wouldn't her being on board make people think that this is an Imperial vessel? Not a third faction?
Please, leave Eastern Erebonia to us.
To do... What are you... Ah...
We'll be counting on you.
I'm waiting for a plan here.
Huh. I'm looking forward to toasting your future successes.
Successes, eh? In doing what? What's the plan? On that day, Class 7 was entrusted with the day-to-day running of the Courageous. Viscount Arcade and the Prince Olivert decided they would disembark near Legram and travel to the western Erebonia across the lake. And after receiving the bare minimum of instructions on how to operate the ship, its bright-eyed new owners set course for Ebel Highway. Why? Who knows? They have no plan.
I'm leaving you in charge of the Courageous's day-to-day operations. I don't doubt you'll make a fine acting captain.
It would be an honor.
So, how do I look? Wow, it really does suit you. Captain Toa, at your service. So you guys are taking off then? Oh shit. I was enjoying the icy meat in Sharon. I intend to return to commanding the RMP. I believe that's the best way I can contribute to bringing this war to an end. We understand. I actually don't understand. Shit. Why is she leaving? I guess these three are leaving. Take care, everyone.
Rean, I'd like you to accept this.
Proposing?
I hope that it will prove to be of some use to you in the challenges ahead.
Cerulean Hearts.
Thank you, Captain. You've done so much for us, especially in Ymir. I can't begin to thank you enough for helping to protect my hometown.
You needn't thank me. I just did what I felt was right. I wish you all the best in the future. Not as a member of the RMP, but as a graduate of Thor's military academy.
Thank you. We'll do all that we can to meet your expectations.
Yowza! Things are getting nice and steamy over there, huh?
Oh?
Shit, don't even. Don't even.
Uh-oh. I feel like I'm losing in the race for most reliable big sister figure all of a sudden.
Now, she can say whatever she wants,
Well, you get a gold star for trying.
Well then, it's time we bid you all a fond farewell for now.
We bid you adieu.
Chin up, Alphen. I'm counting on your charm to keep everyone motivated.
May the goddess be with you.
I look forward to the stories you'll have to tell when next we meet, Laura.
Good luck, Father.
And they gone. We lost a lot of powerful fighters.
Well, there they go. You think they'll be okay on their own?
Only the goddess herself knows for certain. Still, with some already calling this a second advent of the War of the Lions, I can only hope they make it through unscathed.
Oh, I'm sure they'll all be just fine. They don't bear the symbol of the horned lion for show.
Yes, I suppose you're right. And the same goes for me, too. I can't very well call myself a Thor's alumnus and fail to deliver.
Well, well, aren't we birds of a feather? Proud Thor's graduates unite. I'll be in touch with them plenty in the coming weeks, so don't worry. The old guard will do as it must to keep watch over the young and vigilant. Speaking of the old guard, Chancellor Osborne was also a Thor's graduate, was he not?
Yes, he was.
Sorry to say, I can't picture it.
Was he now?
Like I said,
He
I
and
don't
may
think
have
he's
had our
dead.
differences, but I still feel a certain loss with his passing. I'd like to express my condolences to you while I have the chance.
I'm afraid I never had the chance to truly get to know him, but there's no doubt in my mind that he was one of the greatest men of our time.
Thank you.
Still, it must be tough for you with Heimdall under the Alliance's thumb. Were you able to find out where his funeral was held?
Actually...
He's still alive.
Captain?
Is something amiss?
It's just that I received a strange report on that very issue. I was told his body was taken into the custody of the Imperial Guardsmen when the city was occupied. But then after that, it simply disappeared at some point.
I told you. It was too easy. He went down way too easy. They built him up to be this big character, and then they just killed him off? I don't think so. I'm still thinking it's a plot. I'm thinking Crow is actually a double agent, working for Osborne, and then they staged the whole fucking assassination.
Disappeared, you say?
Is it possible the reformist faction could have taken it from them?
I'm afraid I don't know. It is possible that the Intelligence Division did something to that effect.
'Cause if we're going by what Crow said, for instance, about his town, Osborne has a very good ability to predict the future in a way. Set things in motion, create a plan that will work out in his favor.
A disappearing corpse is certainly cause for concern. It's difficult not to draw parallels with the Lance Maiden's sudden death following the War of the Lions.
Again, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lance Maiden turns out to be the Steel Maiden, who just never died. Or something along those lines.
Unbelievable. I'm almost impressed how much trouble one man can stir up, even from beyond the grave. He
Unbelievable.
had so many plots in motion, I doubt even his death put a stop to them all.
The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. 2, actually. Touring Arabonia. Why? What is the plan? Are we going to fight the Noble Alliance? Are we going to fight the Imperial faction? Both? Neither? What are we gonna do?
No
What's
change
the plan?
in weather or wind direction since entering Kreutzen provincial airspace.
We
There
are
is no
currently
plan.
cruising at a speed of 3,000 SPH. Nothing abnormal detected on the radar thus far.
Detour around the Twin Dragons Bridge, staying within the clouds. Take extra care that we aren't noticed by the Noble Alliance's surveillance.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. She's a real natural at this.
Yeah, it's hard to believe she's only been in the position for a day.
Indeed. She has proved a worthy captain in Father's place.
It's only been a day.
As if anyone could fit the role better than our student council president.
She still looks like a mascot character, though.
That's just one of her many charms.
Yeah, and besides, I can feel at ease knowing she's in charge. So, today's the day we start our journey anew, right?
Right. We settled what we'll be doing last night. Now
Did
all
we
that
now?
remains is to do it.
Did we now? Why wasn't I part of this conversation? Okay, finally, please, tell me what the plan is.
Well, Toa and George should be able to handle the day-to-day running of the ship, so that's out of the way. And whatever we decide, it's not like we're going to be able to do anything major today. Still, I think it's time we start hammering down exactly what we're going to be doing from tomorrow onward.
Okay.
In theory, the Courageous gives us the ability to fly around the whole country with ease. But, in reality, the Noble Alliance has control over most of Erebonia, so we're limited in where we can actually go.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to risk getting too close to Alliance territory. We'd run the risk of being captured, or even worse, being shot down.
It's sad to think how we barely have anywhere we can land with an amazing airship like this at our disposal.
Care to share your thoughts on this, instructor?
Oh, you kids can just do whatever you want. I lost the will to put in any effort after Captain Classy got off.
You slacker.
I'm pleased that you think so highly of my father, but
Maybe Laura can hook you up with a one-on-one lecture on the Arcade School of Courtsmanship, if you know what I'm saying.
Nah, mate.
I was kidding. In all seriousness, if you need more people fighting in whatever you end up doing, I'll be happy to help you out. Just don't forget that the Courageous was entrusted to you kids, not to me. If you want my advice, then you got it. But you need to be able to make all the important decisions on your own.
Of course.
Don't let any of this distract you from the fact that there's still no plan.
You almost sound like an instructor for once.
Getting back to the matter at hand, we don't need to decide everything right at this moment. What say you to figuring out how and what for now?
Come again?
I assume what would be our overall goal. Something realistic that we can all work together towards. And the how would be a basic idea on how we intend to achieve
Yes.
it.
We want to end the war. That is the what? Peace. How do we do that? We have no idea. No plan.
Uh-huh. It's a little trick we use in the student council. It's easier to get motivated when you have a specific goal in mind.
You guys were doing the same kind of thing in the weeks before the Academy Festival, remember? The concert was what you were working toward, and all your other planning was how you intended to pull it off.
I see. That makes sense.
We did spend a lot of time before and during the festival working out all the details, come to think of it.
Not to mention taking care of the things we couldn't plan, like the strange stuff at the old schoolhouse.
we were coordinating with all of the other classes and clubs at the same time, too.
When you break it down step by step, we did so much without even realizing it. And we may have our own personal goals right now, but if we can wrap those up into one overarching goal, it won't seem half as much.
You know, I know that I'm easily distracted, but Jesus Christ, these kids, they cannot stay on topic for 1 second. What is the plan? There is no plan. And every time they're about to think of a plan, they start saying, oh yeah, you learned this in school when we did this and when we did that. Yeah, except what is the fucking plan? Tell me the fucking plan. Get on with it. How long are you gonna stall?
How about making it something related to the Academy itself, then?
Now, I was thinking the exact same thing.
I wonder what's happening there.
I had to drink all my water.
Toa, George, the Academy is currently under the Noble Alliance's control, right?
That's right. The staff and students who are there are doing what they can, but...
As you know, during the attack, a lot of the students managed to flee Trista and are now scattered across the country. Now, most of the upper class students chose to stick it out, though. They've got no reason to fear the Alliance, being nobles and all.
All right, then. I think our what should be taking back the Academy.
Why? No, really. Why?
That sounds good to me. The Courageous will serve as a good means of transport, but we'll need a proper base sooner or later.
But with it, we can get a better look at the current state of things in Erebonia and try to reach out to those who are in need.
And whatever information we learn along the way could bring us that much closer to liberating the Academy.
Except you are not in a position to help people in need.
Can't see taking it back going that smoothly, though.
It's a pointless building. Why are you even taking it back?
No doubt. It's near the capital, so its defenses are gonna be rock solid.
What's the point? What's the tactical advantage of getting this school building back?
Still, I like it. What goal is more worthy of us than reclaiming something we hold so dear?
Because they'll just let you have it, and then you'll be a sitting target.
Indeed. Regardless of personal motivations, I can't think of an objective more fitting to us as a group.
And if we actually manage to achieve it, the sky's the limit for us.
I'm genuinely moved by your positivity.
I'm not, because I'm thinking realistically here. If it's under the Noble Alliance's control, they'll notice when we take it back, and then they'll just send their armies there to capture us again. Because they know we have the building. They know we're there, sitting ducks, and then we're fucked.
Well, their optimism is probably their strongest point.
We were thinking of something along the same lines, in fact, so it works out. And hey, if we all thought about it, what's to stop the others from Thors from thinking it too? So if you happen to bump into anyone who escaped from the Academy, why not go and ask them to join us? I'm not saying it has to be your primary focus or anything, but the more people we have on our side, the better.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll be sure to keep an eye out.
We have about the bare minimum crew we need to fly at the moment, but it's not like this is their full-time job. I'm sure our current staff won't be here forever, so we're gonna need a few extra hands on board at some point. Ideally, we could have whoever's here now stick around long enough to train anyone we end up recruiting.
I know our numbers are small right now, but the more people we can get on our side, the higher chance we stand of making Trista and the Academy our home again. And I don't know about you, but I get this weird sense of satisfaction knowing that we students are gonna be the ones to do it.
I know the feeling, actually.
I don't.
Everything works for me.
I'd say that's our how decided, wouldn't you?
Agreed. To wrap all this up, we'll use the Courageous as our base, and as a way to get a good idea of the current state of things in Eastern Erebonia. Along the way, we'll try to recruit as many fellow Thor students to help us out as we can, all for the sake of our primary goal, taking back Thor's military academy.
Why do I even bother? I still don't understand what the point of that is. I thought they wanted to help stop the war. What does taking the academy back do anything? It doesn't do anything. Yeah, we don't have many places we can go at the moment, but there's Legram, Ymir, and Nord Highlands. We're able to land at the 4th Armored Division base as well, right? Almost forgot. Prince Oliver sent you a few requests to take care of. More tasks. Great. Oh god. Oh god. Alright. Monster madness. A large, mysterious monster has appeared on the Highlands. We would ordinarily have asked Lacan to take care of it, but he's out on patrol and can't be reached. Would you be willing to defeat it for us in its stead? If so, you can find me talking with Gwyn in the lakeside cabin. Elder Ivan. Find our first years. President Toa, eh? I figured out where a few Thor students are. I know it's important to get them to join us, but I just want to make sure our first years are safe. Monica, Mint, Casper, Vivi. Alright. Some side quests. Lieutenant General Craig. Civilian we had taken into custody has vanished. Would you be willing to offer us a few more sets of eyes as we look for him? Speak me at my camp for further details. Badass in danger. Okay. More in the inn. In Legram. He said he's going to help keep finding stuff like this that he thinks you can handle and send them your way. How many you end up doing is up to you, but I'd recommend taking care of the more urgent ones at least. Understood. All right. Just let me know if I'm needed, eh? You're always needed, instructor. It is temporarily not possible to remove Gaius from the party. Gross. Why? That's disgusting. Shit. I guess we'll have to do it like this. I would like to bring Fee as well, but it is what it is. Confirm. Alright, let's get going. Act 2. The Awakening Lions. The Legend of Heroes. Trails of Cold Steel. Oh my god, it is. I should probably do as the instructor recommends and tour the facilities on board at least once before disembarking. We don't want to see Princess Alphen. Gross, dude. Why? Instructor. I'm here if you need someone to talk to. Or if you just want some advice. I will make you proud, Sarah. Don't worry. The courageous in Class 7 are in great hands, in my hands. Let's go to the conference and training. The Royal Room. This floor has the conference room and the Royal Room. The latter is exclusively for Princess Alphen, obviously, but I bet we'll be using the former quite a bit. Oh my god, we will. These can't be used immediately, but you will be able to use them once you have recruited students capable of running them. Interesting. Okay. We're gonna have to talk to her, aren't we? Disgusting. Disgusting. Hee hee. Hello, Rean. Hello, Your Highness. What's that document you've got there? Uh-huh. They're not really saying anything interesting. Come to think of it, I never did thank you for saving me from the Penta Rule, did I? Properly, I mean. You kinda did. Thank you very much, Rean. I truly never expected that you would be my knight in shining armor. Yeah, that's because we never wanted it to happen. So if we pull off some great feats, we're gonna get some medals, eh? Okay. Yeah, no. Don't really care about you. Jesus. Ooh, Laura. Okay, I guess they're just sitting around, doing nothing. Sure, okay. Moving on. Let's go to the shops and deck. That's a big dick. Big dick. You can access the front and rear decks from this floor. And it's where all the shops are. I'm sure you don't need to tell me this. Skip. Yes, yes, restore HP and mana. EP. Let's go to the shop. What do you got for me? New weapon. Obviously also buy the Twin Vipers. For Sarah, and perhaps the Rustic Sword. Good old Laura. Let's go to the rear deck. There's nothing in the rear deck. Yeah, I don't care about these two. Let's go to the boarding gate. Or not? Storage room? Nothing. Front deck. Yo. Nah, mate. Nah, mate. Alright. The kitchen. 'Cause of course. Oh my god, can we play Blade? There's a ton of stuff on this floor. I should probably take a look around to see what's on offer. Okay. Oh my god, we can. A game room. Can play Blade against your classmates. Oh my god, I can. I can buy some energy drinks. Canned juice. Rean took out a Blade 2 deck. Upon closer inspection, he noticed the scrap of paper stuck between two of the cards inside. Huh? What is this? Welcome to the new and improved version of Blade. Creatively titled Blade 2. It's basically the same thing, but with a few more cards to make it more strategic. When did he get this into my pocket? Oh my god. You can only deepen your bond with 5 characters at a time. That's weird. Well, obviously. Well, actually, check cards. Yeah? Blast card. Allows you to choose one of your opponent's cards to discard. Force cards double your current total. Okay. Well.
Okay,
Sarah.
let's get this thing going.
It's time to duel.